Bram was home in Northern Ireland on leave, and he was retiring on 31st of December 2010. And when we came back on the 27th, he had developed a cold, which seemed quite a bad cold. And there was myself and two friends, and every day that followed, each one of them developed this cold. And by the Saturday, which was the 1st of January, I looked at my husband and I thought there's something very wrong here. The consultant was called, and he decided that it was H1N1. So we arrived here about 11 o'clock on the night of the 1st of January. Bram was given immediate attention, and the next morning, 6 hours later, I think it might have been Dr. Sedana, I wasn't sure, but I received a phone call to come immediately to the hospital because my husband was in multiple organ failure. Plus he had suffered a cardiac arrest, and kidneys had collapsed, and he was ventilated, and well, just about everything you could think. Dr. Nuruddin, he came that afternoon, and he said to me that there was like, pray, there was like maybe 2% chance, pray, that he will make it through the night. He was still alive, you know, to everyone's disbelief, even, I have to say, even to the doctor's disbelief. And they were actually going home and off a long shift, and they were ringing here to see how my husband was. Now that's over and above the call of duty, you know, in my opinion anyway. And so we got through the next day, and this, you know, it was still, obviously, no one thought he was going to survive. But then we got through the next day, and the next day, and he was still with us. And then I started to gain a little bit of hope. And then Dr. Nuruddin said on the 1 week later he would take him off sedation, but not to get too optimistic, because he had taken a cardiac arrest and he was dead for 6 minutes with a lot of hypotension. And so therefore they didn't even know if he would waken, or if he did waken, they didn't know if he would be brain damaged. And so for 4 days I waited and I waited. And on the 4th day I walked in and he smiled at me. And I thought, oh my God, he knows me. He knows me. And I said to Dr. Nuruddin, he knows me. Fortunately, the following day, he had suffered internal bleeding. So Dr. Sedana was on shift, and he explained to me that he would have to investigate this, and so therefore Bram would have to be sedated again. But when he woke up, he was paralyzed. Apparently, when the kidneys collapse, they produce some chemicals, and this caused this paralysis. And so therefore then Dr. Nuri was called in. Dr. Nuri told me that this man is a miracle. He should never have lived, never. And he also told me that he had worked in different hospitals around the world, and whilst all of their ICU team were excellent, the WellCare, he has never witnessed the care that they got, the medical profession in WellCare ICU. And he said that they just never give up, never, ever, ever give up. And they didn't give up on Brian. And I feel that because of them and their care, and also their you know, they became like my family, because I didn't have any family here. And they were not only looking after my husband, but they were supporting me. And I don't think anywhere in the world we could have got this care. And I really mean that. I've said to Brian since, sometimes, you know, at home, in laughing, you know, in happier times, and I have said, if I ever take ill, get me to Wellcare Hospital. I mean, is that right? Yeah, it is. No, really.